Hello, my name is David Kershaw, and I want to speak to you today about the work of WAY Trustees and how, over the last 20 years or so, it has evolved into one of the most important tax planning strategies within the UK today for taking care of families, whilst also reducing liabilities to inheritance tax, IHT. This is the first of 4 short videos introducing who we are and how we may genuinely assist you and or your clients. This first video will tell you a little bit about us and our history. The second video will highlight the significant but avoidable impact of inheritance tax on many people's savings as they move through retirement. The third video then focuses on the most important planning factor for many mature investors, the uncertain nature of our individual futures, and I'll show you a few examples of how our services can play a major role in protecting you and your family from unexpected, unwelcome, and potentially challenging circumstances. The fourth and final video is aimed at providing reassurance about WAY Trustees and the fantastic job we already deliver for many hundreds of existing clients who have entrusted elements of their financial futures to our independent and highly skilled team. Let me start by making it clear that we are not a firm of investment advisors, and we're not regulated to advise on investments, nor will we. However, either directly through our referred business model or indirectly through our professional partners, we do advise clients on how they can save large amounts of IHT whilst also making sure that they and their families can remain financially secure through life. Over the last 20 years, our firm has moved from introducing clients to preordained and standardized institutional trust products to commissioning our own trust precedent, which is heralded by many of our peers as the most flexible and proficient vehicle available today. We worked with one of our corporate shareholders, Unitech Associates, and alongside Linton Tucker, one of the most revered barristers in the world of trusts, distilling all the most important facilities required of a trust, technically a settlement, to design the most comprehensive set of trust wordings to our detailed specification. Until now, we have kept our light relatively under a bushel. But over the years, we have instigated some 1,200 trusts containing some £200 million. A number of these trusts have been closed, in very many cases well after the 7-year period required for trust funds to become IHT free. We currently have approximately £180 million invested for some 1,140 settlers. Settlers being the taxpayers that have transferred assets into their trusts. Of those trusts and funds under our watchful eye, some 125 million have already survived the 7 years since initiation, whereby they have already potentially saved some £50 million. Our trusts have been very successful in use, and not only that, but they've been examined by HMRC several times over the years and declared fully compliant with all the relevant IHT regulations. So you may ask, why have you not heard of us? Well, all I can do is apologise, because founding members of the WAY team have been successfully using flexible trusts with clients since the late 1970s. We progressed from the standard insurance-based arrangements in the early noughties, because collective funds and additional trust flexibility satisfy the twin demands of family security combined with worthwhile IHT savings. Our trusts are based on direct investment in portfolios of collective funds chosen by our clients or their investment advisors and then managed by them. Such an approach is extremely common as a means of managing personal financial assets, because this makes them very flexible in terms of both management and access. And this is important for one reason alone, a reason which puts many people off ever doing anything about mitigation of IHT. Life's uncertainties. None of us feel totally confident about our uncertain future. Most of us, especially as we reach our late 60s or into our 70s, are aware of peers or family members who have been subject to unanticipated shocks, whether personal, financial, health or relationship related, and so on. These uncertainties mean people keep a tight rein on their assets in case they should need them in the future. And this is the key. The WAY discretionary trusts make sure that assets will remain available to both the settler and anybody the settlor wishes to support in the future. And this is not a trick, it's simply a well-designed trust structure which protects the family. Please watch the second video in this series to be pleasantly surprised about how relatively easy it can be for you and or your clients to rearrange, although not necessarily alter, invested assets in order to secure very attractive tax savings without reducing your or your family's financial security.